We are here finally.
And you're there.
Yeah, I am here. I'm fucking tired,
You're
but yeah.
there. I'm here. They're there. We're everywhere. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to talk about hookers and blow all day night. Oh, that would have been I don't know if that would have been the opening.
By the way, I
Let's
cut up
think
some of the
about
opening
this.
of the 2 episodes ago. You mentioned, uh, I I'm gonna if I see your dick one more time, if I see your dick on the strip, if I see your dick, the trip's over. I actually cut that mid the intro for the episode 2 episodes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's why Chris is a good producer, everybody that's watching already. Yes, we're about to get into it. We're going to talk 2 movies, Reptile, which is on Netflix, and The Creator. We got to talk about this for half a second before we go into our episode, though. What movies do we do next week? Because there's like 5 of them I want to go
So
see. Saw
you want to see?
10 is the #1 movie at the box office.
We gotta see it. There's
Yeah.
also Exorcist Believer. We gotta see that.
Yes, I know that. And then there's the other horror movie one that we didn't see yet. They See Me, or
let me in. Let me in.
not Let Me In. Let Me In's that was years ago, bro.
Oh, I'm
Let
sorry.
Me In was
It's
it's
the
something like that. They Still Live or something like
it's
that.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I want to see that too. I heard it's great.
I want to see your face.
Yeah, I'm
No,
looking right now.
no. Let's see. None. The Exorcist, Creator, Dumb Money, Haunting of Venice. We've seen that. Seen that. Blind, Barbie, Hocus Pocus. No, definitely. It Lives Inside.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
By the same people I Get Out. So we're gonna have to take kind of a vote to figure out, because also isn't there something popping up on Shudder this weekend too?
Oh, dude. Well, I was thinking I had this idea, but it's probably not a good one to do all horror films in October.
Yeah, I'm down. We have
Okay.
to almost.
Okay.
We almost
Yeah,
have to. I don't think there's is there a movie coming out before, before we get into our let's research some stuff for 5 seconds together
okay.
live on the internet. Everybody, you get to see us do what we do live on the internet.
Because the Killers of the Flower Moon comes out in 2 weeks.
What does?
Killers of the Flower Moon. The Scorsese film. It's not a horror film. I mean, I
Oh
guess
my
it
God, I know exactly what movie you're talking. Man, I'm gonna have to be prepared for that bitch.
Yeah, it's 3.5 hours. You have to carve out your day around it.
You got to carve out your year.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like seriously, bro. Let's see. That's on demand. That's Equalizer. Where do you get the coming soons? I know there's a coming soon area.
If it works, but yeah.
I don't know. My internet's going slow as a donkey's butt right now.
But yeah, saw X and
your
well,
favorite
I guess
movies opening up this weekend, or yeah, next week, I guess, in 6 days. X is going to be at the theater again.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
I love X.
When Evil Lurks, that's another one that's coming out tomorrow.
Man,
gosh, there's just so much. I get it, man. The strike's over.
at the end.
Okay, here it is. Here's the bumper. As soon as you're done.
Oh.
No. Not yet. I said, here's the bumper. I got it. Ever since the strike's over, Chris, they are just giving us way too many movies to watch. What are we going to do? They might need to go on strike again.
It is a new with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of movies that can definitely suck and some that do. Oh, wait a minute. Movies that don't suck and some that do. I'm sorry. Chris has already given me the evil eye. He hates me already. It's starting awful. It's going to be a great episode. I can tell it already. Evil eye, Chris. All right, we got count 2, not 1, but 2 movies that we review every week right here for your ear holes. First, we are going to be talking about the new movie that was just released shortly, just a couple days ago on the good old Netflix, featuring the one, the only, the actor that it's like almost every actor's favorite actor,
I love
kind
him.
of like
I love him.
seriously, like if you go read up stuff on him, you can't, but it's Del Toro.
Benicio del Toro.
Oh, Benicio del Toro. I'm sorry. I should.
There's a few Del Toros when they did qualify.
Yeah, there's a lot of Del Toros out there. So Benicio del Toro.
I want to say it as simple as I can. So try to shape it into words. The feelings in my heart.
I don't love you.
What?
I don't love you.
Already?
Already what?
Already? How do you know that? How can you be sure so quick?
I'm sure.
Ouch. That hurts me. The cruelty of it. The cold-bloodedness.
You said what you wanted to say. I tried to stop you. That's it.
I said part of what I wanted to say. I was in the middle of it. There's more.
No.
No what? Will you?
No.
Will you
No.
marry? Will you
Devrais-je te
marry
mettre dans
me?
ta camisole, te force t'enfermer dans ta cellule et t'enfermer de nouveau?
So that's from the French Dispatch of Kansas.
Yes, it is. Like after going through hours of, and believe me, I enjoyed every moment of it. I'm not gonna lie. A Del Toro footage. It was the most that he speaks coherently in a sentence. Like I tried to do Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but then I realized that was what I did last time. Was I did Dr. Gonzo. But it was, as your lawyer, you're gonna need a car without a rooftop on it. Yeah. But anyway, so that, and plus I knew you'd love that due to the fact that it's Wes Anderson, your homie.
That movie is out of all the Wes Anderson movies. That's the most Wes Anderson, yes, I think.
Yeah. Have you seen the new shorts by Wes Anderson that are on Netflix yet?
I've not watched the Daniel Sugar thing. I'm going to though. I haven't had time. I've been so fucking busy.
I know. I mean, you went and saw Bob Dylan. We'll talk about that after here in a moment.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, also in this movie, Reptile is the one, the only, the man who brought sexy back, the one that told us how to put our dick in a box, the one who said he could be your mother lover, the one that said it's not gay when it's in a three-way.
I also the one who exposed Janet Jackson's breast to the world.
Yes, Mr. Justin Timberlake.
Neither of you yet. The Facebook is cool. That's what it's got going for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin it with ads because ads aren't cool.
Exactly.
It's like you're throwing the greatest party on campus and someone saying it's got to be over by 11.
That's exactly.
You don't even know what the thing is yet. How big it can get, how far it can go. This is no time to take your chips down. $1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool?
You? $1 billion. That shut everybody up.
And that's where you're headed. $1 billion valuation. Unless you take bad advice, in which case you may as well have come up with a chain of very successful yogurt shops.
That's Justin Timberlake in the Social Network playing Sean Parker, the creator of Napster. So
yes, and I originally I was like, man, I'm gonna pull like a Lonely Island thing. I was gonna pull a Lonely Island clip.
Yeah, but
then I was really scared because,
well, you probably pulled it off the internet immediately.
Yeah, because you got NBC, Peacock, and all those bastards out there. And nothing against them; they've given us plenty of good entertainment. Heck, I watch my Notre Dame games on Peacock, but and this ain't an advertisement for them; it's just the truth. So hey, thank you, but I'd rather
I was hoping to get you naked about it in that clip. But, I was gonna get you naked about it in that clip. I was joking.
Get you naked by, yeah, I get it.
Okay. Right. Who else in this movie?
All right. Also in this movie, a guy who recently was in a great series, and you haven't seen it, it's AMC's Interview with a Vampire. Literally, it's a great retelling or a later telling because it's not what happens in the book. It actually is like years later they run into each other. This is the great Eric Bogosian.
Oh, I think it's Bogosian.
It's Bogosian.
Yeah, I got you. You burped or whatever. Okay, here we go, Eric.
Won't matter what your intentions are. It's the world out there now. She's the single shooter Xbox mouth breather shit they crave.
You can put the diaries in a proper context.
Context. Sure. Warn the world about a forthcoming apocalypse, or maybe inspire a line of sexy Claudia Halloween costumes, or a cool dismemberment trend amongst the suburban Sylvia Plath set. Once you put it out there, they decide what it is. It can get away from you.
Okay, yeah, that's from Interview with the Vampire, right? That's what you picked.
That is from the Interview with the Vampire, the TV series. Seriously, if you haven't seen Interview with the Vampire TV series and you love the old Anne Rice novels, I think it really follows the feeling of the novels really well.
Yeah.
Then the one and only, the only girl to actually wear the Batgirl outfit in a movie, because DC likes to cancel things that have already been filmed. Lisa Silverstone.
Yeah, let's see. I was divorced before I was 30 when my husband left me for a 21-year-old barista with 2 more abs than I had. And I was left with no credit and no job prospects. My advice, throw that crown away now. Do you know what prom queen got me? An even spray tan and the ability to dodge bleach poisoning every time I get my hair done.
Well, I mean, that is a skill.
Yeah.
That's from senior year. It came out like last
Yeah, it
year.
is
remember
from
that?
senior year.
I watched it when I had COVID. So that's why.
Yes, we
Yeah.
reviewed it. We
We did,
reviewed
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we did.
All right. So that is the movie Reptile, which we'll be talking about first. And then secondly, we will be talking today about the movie that should have been number one,
Yeah.
I think,
Well,
at the box
we haven't
office.
seen Sonic yet. It could be better. We don't know.
Yeah, we saw 10 supposedly has really good ratings all around. So,
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Saw 10 might be
We'll
way
find out
better.
next week. We'll
find out next week when we do Saw 10. But is the creator featuring the one, the only, the son of one of the greatest actors alive, and
100%.
taking steps to be a great actor himself, Mr. John David Washington.
Why should I know who supplied it?
Combination of metals is unique to India. If it's from India, it's from you.
Fine assumption.
Deduction.
Deduction, then. Look, my friend, guns are never conducive to a productive negotiation.
I'm not the man they send to negotiate, or the man they send to make deals, but I am the man people talk to.
I can't tell you.
You're an arms dealer, friend. This may be the easiest trigger I've ever had to pull.
To say anything about a client would violate the tenets he lives by.
Tenants are important to you, then you can tell me everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's from Tenet. Luckily, you found the clip where people can hear people talking at.
I know, I know, and I couldn't use Black Klansman anymore because I think we've used every bit of every like from that movie.
Yeah.
Also in this movie, also great lady who has been in several big name movies, like one, The Hunters, which is actually about AI robots or humans. I'm sorry, not the Hunters, humans, and was also in one of the best movies, considered one of the best rom-coms of all time, Crazy Rich Asians, Gemma Chan.
Oh, how silly of me. You must think me quite ignorant.
Perhaps you're better informed on other matters. Tell me, what are your opinions on the Corn Laws?
The Corn Laws? Let me think. Why, I believe I am for them, of course.
Really? And why is that?
Well, because, restraint in one's diet is bound to have a healthful effect.
It's a shame you're not able to speak on the parliamentary floor. Your views would change the face of politics.
Yeah, that's from, what is that from?
Yeah, exactly, that film.
Okay.
And man, it was kind of hard to find a piece for her, so I can't remember exactly what piece that was from. I'm sorry. I usually am more informed, but I was not. But anyway, also in this movie, the Oscar award-winning lady who is in the movie that the first movie we ever reviewed
Yeah, first one.
ever, besides Star Wars,
Yeah, it was
Last
the Last
Jedi.
Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah, Last Jedi, and this one, the one, the only, Allison Janney.
You think Sonia Henny's mother loved her? Poor fucking you. I didn't stay home making apple brown Betties. No, I made you a champion. Knowing you'd hate me for it. That's the sacrifice a mother makes. I wish I had a mother like me instead of nice. Nice gets you shit. I didn't like my mother either. So what? I fucking gave you a gift.
God, I love Allison Janney. She's so good at Tanya.
Allison
So good.
Janney in that movie is quite amazing.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, he's been in great movies, everything from The Last Samurai to Shang-Chi. And this is going to be awesome. Let's see if I get it. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ken Watanabe.
Watanabe.
What? Ah! Why you? I was so close.
Watanabe.
I was so close, Chris.
Ken Watanabe.
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control, and not the other way around. Let them fight.
Yes, from Godzilla.
Godzilla. Like he's been in like so many movies that you don't even know that he's in them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know
He's
what?
great.
But you know what's also is great, Chris?
What's that?
Letting people know where they can find us.
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net or at w2mnet.com. That's w2mnet.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of other really cool podcasts. We're on Instagram, MTS Podcast. We're on X, MTS Podcast. We're also on a Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. If you guys want to send some money, go there. Whatever. If you guys want to get shirts with the one Neil's wearing, show off the shirt, Neil. Yeah. Go to patreon.com, no, I'm sorry. Go to bonfire.com, such movies don't suck and something new. You'll find that with a few other designs and stuff.
Including shirts with our faces on it.
Yeah. If you want our beautiful mugs on your body, go ahead and go there. And if you're watching on Facebook, go like that page. You're watching on YouTube, and subscribe. And if you're listening to us on your podcast device, go subscribe there, because that way, whenever the podcast is uploaded, it's on your device waiting for you when you're able to listen to it.
And then you can listen to our beautiful voices, our angelic voices,
our velvety drawl. And anywhere you find podcasts, you find movies that don't suck and some that do. Neil, who are we talking about today?
Today's local business is going to be a local business that I'm kind of friendly with right now, because my wife is actually working there just for fun, because she's always wanted to work a haunted house, and she is working at the one, the only Hex House, located at 5610 West Scully Drive, Tulsa, Oklahoma, one exit 22A, Town West Center, one of America's best haunted attractions. Let me read to you about it. Hex House has long been known for being the scariest and best haunted house in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But in recent years, Hex House has burst onto the national scene by receiving recognition as one of the scariest haunted houses in America nationwide. Hauntworld.com rated Hex House as one of the top 15 scariest haunted houses in the world. America's top rated haunts, and Fox News ranked Hex House in America one of the 10 scariest haunt houses in America. Has earned its spot as one of the best haunted houses in America by providing a terrifying experience for its customers. Hex House provides 3 haunted attractions in one location. Today, Hex House is one of the most extreme haunted attractions in America, not intended for children. Hex House is an intense, multi-element walkthrough haunted attraction. You will be fully submerged in an altered reality that is much darker and less predictable than anything you've seen before. And I'm talking, dude, some of these people they have out at this Hex House are this is just walking up. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, this place is just, look at these people that they got. I mean, this is some good makeup. I don't know who does all the makeup out there, but man,
You gotta get a picture of Danny when she's dressed up like
Oh,
him.
I got several pictures, but you
Yeah.
know, she's definitely not going to allow me to put that onto our.
Okay,
But
fine.
the thing is, so this looks all scary and stuff. But if you see it from the street, are you ready? This is what it looks like
Yeah.
from the street.
Oh, it's just a strip mall.
Yeah. So you think it's just like a little thing at the end of the strip mall, but it's inside. It is like a whole different world, man. I'm telling you.
You've been, right?
Yeah, I've been there, and there's places where you have to tell them if you can like crawl and walk
Mhm.
and stuff because there's things that you crawl
Yeah.
through and stuff like that. And there's don't wear your nice clothes out to there. Definitely do not.
Cause you're
They're
shit
gonna
and pissing.
Oh, they're gonna touch you. They're gonna
Okay.
touch you. They're gonna get bloody, gory. It's gonna be amazing. You can find all the information you need about Hex House at hexhouse.com, or you can go to Facebook at facebook.com/Hex House. And I love haunted houses. It's that season, you know.
hmm It's the most wonderful time of year.
It's a most wonderful time of the year.
Now, also, one of the things I love about this time of year for you is also really close to your wedding anniversary.
Well, I mean,
So
we got married on Halloween. I
yeah,
mean, I don't
you
know.
guys don't know this.
It's not close. It's like
Yeah, if you guys don't know this, Neil got married at Halloween. Everyone it was a costume wedding. Me and Lou were nowhere to be found because I was Waldo and she was Carmen San Diego.
You're the hardest couple to find because she was Carmen San Diego and you were Where's Waldo.
Mhm.
I thought it was hilarious. That is like one of the best couples outfit I think I've ever seen in all of Halloween, except for I think there's one person that has beaten you in couples costumes.
Who's that?
You know him well, Mr. Matt Yates.
Oh, what was this? What was this costume?
One year he was a Highway to Hell and his wife was Stairway to Heaven.
Hold on 1 second.
What's going on down here? Are you getting possessed? Everybody, Chris's basement is now haunted by the demons. What just happened? I saw your lights flicker, man.
Yeah, I'm about to phone. I'm about to find out. Hold on.
All right, everybody. Chris has to go take a break, so I'll be taking questions from the chat. I see there's like 13 of you guys in there right now. So any questions you guys have about anything that you ever want to know, I'll answer it right now. I don't care what the question is. I'm going to sit here and drink a beer for a second while you guys figure it out. Nobody, not one viewer had it. I said I'd answer any question they asked.
Well,
and
sorry,
they
man.
and like the 7 viewers that we have right now are not, I guess they just didn't want to ask questions, and that's okay. Okay,
I
so
don't
what were we
know.
talking about?
You're talking about Hex House.
No, we're talking about wedding.
Oh, yeah, your wedding. Yeah.
Oh, couples. Okay, couples that beat you is Matt Yates and his beautiful wife Sarah. They did a Highway to Hell one year, and then and Stairway to Heaven. She was an angel and he was a demon. It was great. It was awesome. Then another year they did she was a pumpkin and his name was Peter. And he had like pumpkin stuff all over him.
Gross.
Peter Pumpkin. Oh man, this is great. It was amazing. You know what's also amazing?
What?
Talking about movies.
Talking about Reptile. Reptile is directed by Grant Singer. This is his first feature film. He's mostly done just music videos like stuff for The Weeknd and Lord. It was also written by Benjamin Brewer, who he didn't anything before, but did the visual effects for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and also written by Benicio del Toro himself, who stars in this as Tom Nichols.
I want to say it as simple as I can.
Also, this stars Justin Timberlake as Will Grady.
Neither of you yet. The Facebook is cool. That's what it's got going for it. Yeah.
Also, Eric Bogosian as Captain Robert Allen.
Won't matter what your intentions are.
And Alicia Silverstone as Judy Nichols.
Yeah. Let's see.
And also, this stars Dominic Lombard's Dozy as Wally, Francis Fisher as Camille Grady, Atto Essendoh as Dan Cleary, Michael Pitt as Eli Phillips, who was great in this, and Carl Guzman as Sam Gifford, and Mike Paninsky as Chief Marty Graver. What's the storyline for this one, Neil?
Will Grady is a scarboard real estate mogul dating an agent named Summer. They flip foreclosures and expensive homes in the area under the watchful eye of Will's mom, Camilla. And there seems to be some brewing tension in the relationship. One day, Will meets Summer at a house she's showing and finds her brutally murdered.
So it's a crime drama, but it's all about Benicio del Toro's performance, 100%.
No, 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 no. No, it's not.
What do you think?
It's all about Justin Timberlake. He was
Dude.
bringing sexy back. Yeah. He was sexier than a heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you have quotes for that? Or do you have facts to put up on the screen for people?
I'm getting things done. Don't
Okay,
point.
okay,
I'm
okay,
slow. What the fuck, dude? I don't point out your stuff. I don't
Alright,
like
man.
on the microphone go, hey man, you're slurring a little bit. Why don't you clean up your speech or something like that? Be
You can say it to
nice.
me. That's fine. I'm sorry, dude. But
Yeah, you're just being mean. You just
yeah,
want to
just
stab me in the heart and take away my kids.
your kids. I don't think you have kids yet.
What the fuck? Now you're saying I don't got kids? Gosh. Okay, just kidding.
You got a dog, right?
I got a dog.
You got a
Yeah, I
couple
got
cats,
two
right?
cats.
Yeah,
I
okay.
got two cats. Yeah. Anyway, back to the movie at hand.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
So Benicio del Toro is the reason why this movie is more than better, more than okay, because his performance in this is fucking amazing. I love.
I'm gonna. I like what you're saying, but I'm gonna disagree a little bit.
Okay, Alicia Silverstone was also pretty great. Like you don't see her a whole lot.
These three actors is why this movie was good.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake, Alicia Silverstone, and Del Toro. Like the three of them together, when they especially were good.
Okay. I thought this movie was fine. Actually, I thought all the acting in this was pretty fucking solid. Honestly, like without these actors, this could have been middling to okay. But having those actors in it, especially Benicio, I think elevates this to a new level of good.
It's kind of like Copland. Do you remember
It is like
Copland?
I remember Copland was Sly. Yeah, Sly was in it. Yeah,
and that was a good movie because of the acting in the movie was so good that
they
it was.
look fast about some of this narrative shortcomings. Like in this movie, like everything was so predictable. Like I knew everything was coming up, and it's a little bit even if it's predictable. It's kind of convoluted in the aspect. You're like, oh, okay, it was like this and this. That's not saying I didn't like this movie because I did. I did like this movie, but without these actors in it, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's not amazing. I like this movie quite a bit, but because the
Oh,
acting.
you mean actors matter?
Yeah, actors matter.
Actors matter. So is
yeah.
that why Eric Schultz isn't Marty McFly?
That's exactly why.
Okay.
Yeah, but dick. But no, like I'm saying, like without these actors, it's not near as good. You know.
No, that is the main thing about this movie. This movie was 100% great because of Del Toro. By any means, this is not a fast movie. This is not like action every second. This is you got to pay attention to what's going on, see what the people are doing around them, and trying to follow the story of what's going on with this detective and his life.
Yeah.
Now, just like Chris said, man, this is all about the acting. And if you even look at the posters they put out, I mean, like here's Del Toro, here's Justin Timberlake, and all has a scaly look, and here's Alicia Silverstone. And each one of them played their part just to the T, that it was just so good that you're just kind of like, oh wow, this is amazing. This is
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
One of the things I really liked about this movie is the little things that the little things they dropped for sort of developing Tom Nichols. And it's like you see how he acts sort of towards people close to his wife, close to people he works with, and it's really fucking gritty. Like you get a little bit of his backstory, just enough to sort of feel like he knows what he's going through, and it's that in this movie that sort of brings together. You could right away, Tom Nichols' character feels lived in. You know, like Benicio was able to pinpoint who this person was, and that it's rare you find an actor with that caliber. But Benicio is one of them. Without him in this movie, I guess without Alicia Silverstone and without Timberlake, this movie is not that is okay. But with them, like I said, this is a powerhouse, and because Benicio makes it believable, because Alicia makes it believable, it's Justin makes it believable. This movie is all the much better for that, and really, I can't sing enough praise about the acting in this.
This is one thing I really like is Justin Timberlake
Mhm.
as an asshole. Like, seriously, because and this is my theory, and you know this has been my theory for years, even in when it comes to pro wrestling, whatever it is. The nicest guys in real life, the nice guys in real life
Play the
play the
biggest assholes.
best bad guys ever.
Because
It's just
I think because they know what bad behavior looks like. You know, like that's why that's my feeling. I like they know what they have such a moral compass that's right on them. They can tell the worst of the worst. You know, and so
yeah, and that's the thing. I think they see what people like are doing around them, and they try to take that as an influence of what they, what their acting styles like. Okay, I know this is what it's like to be an a-hole because I've met this guy, and that's the guy I'm going to base this character off of.
so that makes
You
you
know,
wonder. Michael Pitt played a creepy dude. Does that mean he's super clean and nice?
I think Michael Vick is who?
Michael Pitt.
Michael Pitt.
You played Eli.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Let me look at this. Michael Pitt. Oh yeah, definitely. I bet he's like the nicest guy in the world. I bet you
Yeah.
he'll buy you a Mercedes if he had the money for it.
So I remember Michael Pitt mostly. I remember him from he was in Seven Psychopaths, but a movie that my friend let me borrow, which was called The Dreamers. That's a fucked up
Mhm.
movie. You guys want to see a fucked up movie? But it's good. Yeah.
It is a messed up movie, but all right. Well, let's get our little
Quotes.
do that
Quotes.
thing that we do,
Quotes. You
and
want to
then
do
we'll
quotes?
move that next part of this thing that we do. All right, let me read some quotes and let's get to our scores on this one.
Okay.
Is this one above my pay rate? What's the secret to survival? I knew Oklahoma could boot scoot, but I didn't know he could speak French. Before I start, I want to say I'm very sorry for you. He has no past, and he's very clean. What's giving us? He gave himself a promotion. What did I write here? He gave himself a promotion. It's called a side business.
And this is why I have to listen to the whole thing when I go through, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, woo woo. I came in this world alone. I will go through it alone. I will die alone. So fuck it. I taught him all he knows. Not all I know, just all he knows. You don't remember me? Your mother would remember me. Oh, your mom
Oh
joke.
shit!
Oh,
What?
is that the car you lost your virginity in? After we bought it, the father committed suicide and the son blamed us for it. We have the same birthday, me and you. No shit, Geminis. Twins we are. I just wanted to see Will Grady taken away in handcuffs because he is the devil. Nothing about the limp. Nothing about the Chrysler. Didn't mention anything else. They are just washing their hands of this. Hey, next time, shoot him in the front. Makes this shit go easier. I just want you. Oh, sorry. Wrong part. It's your watch. It's a Rolex. I don't care. It's just a watch. We don't want someone else to get killed because we didn't do our job. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't know what to do, supposed to do. So what's the difference between me and you? About 5 bank accounts and I'm sorry. Anyway, I know the whole song. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. Anyway, you gonna answer that? They'll leave a message. You and Judy have a good thing here. Let it go. Oklahoma, you in or you out? There's only one thing I love as much as you, and that is being a cop. That's it. That's what I got.
All right, so real quick before we give our score, I wanted to talk about there is twists in this, several twists.
Quiz. Well,
You
yeah,
saw
it's a
them coming.
detective movie.
You
It's a
saw them
murder
coming. Right?
mystery.
You saw it coming, right?
I saw 5 more of them that did not come. But yeah, they hint it very easily on this. I mean, let's just be honest.
but it's also sort of foreshadowing, so it wasn't that hard to figure out. You kind of saw it before you saw it.
By any means. It was 100%. This is a good follow murder mystery. You're gonna figure it out by the end, I think. If not, then it'll tell you straightforward what happened.
Yeah, it's pretty oblique. It's not oblique at all. It's straightforward. But the ending was great. I think, like I liked the ending quite a bit of this movie. And even the last scene, like I'm not giving it away. I'm not gonna give it away, but you guys, I like this movie quite a bit. I give it a 3.9, almost a 4. What's your score on this one, dude?
I give it a. I'm gonna go a little less than you. I'm gonna go about a
Okay.
3.8, and that's just because, again, it was a little too predictable, and it's man, I want it all to be good.
The story was
But
lacking a bit. Like you're like,
it got a little draggy on it. Like I
Yeah.
started okay, this is how I rate it when I'm at home. If I start looking at my phone,
yeah.
you did not grab my attention enough. Because I take it serious when I watch things for this podcast. Like I
Yeah.
take serious what I gotta do.
Yeah, Neil's not high generally. If it's unless
Yeah,
calls for it.
I literally I don't drink, I don't get high, I don't do anything like that while I'm watching the movies here, because I want to make sure it's like I get it. I get
I want
why.
to mention that if it's a movie meant to be watched high, Neil will be all about it. But we don't watch a whole lot of movies like that.
What's that?
Like if it's a movie that's basically saying you should be high while watching this.
Oh yeah, if it's a Kevin Smith film, I'm 100% lighting up before I go in that some bitch. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I try my best to
Go in
sober and try to have a good time, and
we didn't you're finally like, when's the shit over? Basically. So
yeah, no, I wasn't too bad with it. I really liked it.
Mhm.
I thought it was I thought it was a good movie, but lately, let's just be honest. This is my comparison, and this is probably why I got a little bit lower rating than most. I'm getting spoiled with detective murder mysteries. We just did The Haunting in Venice. What? Nothing. I can't hear you. Yeah, it's got to be you.
Now?
Yep. There you are. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
What happened? Did you hit a button?
I think my computer for a second didn't recognize my device. So
that is so weird.
I know.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, but we had like Glass Onion, Knives Out, Haunting in Venice, Death of the Nile. We're having these good murder mysteries that like literally you have to like dig deep to try to figure out who's going to be the killer at the end. And just for it to be like, man, I mean, it's just kind of difficult to, they've upped the game. That's the thing. They've upped the game.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta fix something. Hold on 1 second. My
You gotta fix something. All right, everybody. Chris has to fix something. Sorry. You do understand we just do this video stuff for entertainment for you guys. Literally, this is us recording the podcast. This is just I literally one day said we should start filming and put it out there for the world while we're doing this stuff. But go ahead,
Yeah,
Chris.
so if people want to watch it live, they can.
Yeah. Did you get it fixed? Nope. There you go. I hear you there. Are you back yet? Nope. You might have to go in and come back in, bro. Chris took off. Took off again. Chris is gone. He'll never be back again. Never be back. Never be back. Never be back. Back. Da-na-na. Na-na-na. If any one of you guys want to ask any questions right now why Chris is doing the fixing his equipment thing, we can talk. We can tell each other stories. Or Chris might be back.
What's your score,
What?
pal? What's your score in this?
I already gave it 3.8. We already had that conversation.
So I get
So
your
the next
point.
point is Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, on Rotten
And then you can
Tomatoes.com.
cut that whole point out right
Yeah.
after I give my score to this. You can cut that whole 5-6 minutes that just happened out, and we can just move on.
2 minutes. But okay. I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for this movie?
Man, for this movie, the audience score has got to be, I'm going to say it's in the 60s, so I'm going to be like 62. And Chris ran away. I must have got it right on the button. Chris is back. Back again. Are you back? Are you going to say something? And he's gone again. Oh my gosh. Chris has taken off for a second, guys. I'm sorry. Just out of here for a moment, but I will be more than happy to take any questions anybody has about anything at this moment in time. This is what happens. Sometimes equipment just breaks down. And we
Okay,
got him
I
back. Let's
fixed it.
see if it'll
I
work this
fixed it.
time.
I fixed it. I think we're good. I think
You're
we're
good?
Yeah.
All right.
So what is the
So
audience
now it's
score
been
for
about
the
8 minutes.
Okay, what is
All
the
right.
audience
Yeah,
score on
we'll
Rotten
do the Rotten
Tomatoes?
Tomatoes, and I'll misguess again. Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right, guys. All right, Neil. I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What's the audience score for Reptile?
Man, I'm gonna say it's in the 60s. It has to be 62.
75%. You were close. The audience liked it.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So what is the critic score for Reptile?
Oh gosh, that's always a difficult one because critics really like stuff like this. I'm gonna go 78%.
43%.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What did they say about this?
Critics' consensus is strong work from Benicio del Toro and Alicia Silverstone isn't enough to make up for the Reptile's convoluted and ultimately underwhelming story. So I'm going to give you a good review and a bad review. This is from Richard Roper of Richard Roper. They give 3.4 out of stores. He says Del Toro carries this sometimes convoluted and derivative thriller into 3-star territory with an absolutely mesmerizing and authentic performance. The conjures up memories of past anti greats such as Bogart and Mitchum, Ryan Hayden. And this is from Campbell Campbell of Empire Magazine. She says Del Toro's solid screen charisma can't rescue Reptile, a driven lethargic thriller that rarely thrills as it tries and fails to build a case for itself as a meaningful iteration of the detective crime thrillers that it admires. So, you guys on Netflix, I think it's time well spent. I think Neil's Woods time well spent. But if you're a fucking snob, I guess you might have problems with it. But I think you and I, we try to not be as snobby about films, right? We try to be as
We try very not to be snobby. We don't want snobby. Like literally, my whole thing is how many times can I watch a movie? Can I watch it more than
so
once? And if I can watch it more than once,
yeah.
I'm
So
there.
do you need me? Are you ready for news? Or do you need me to stall talking about Bob Dylan?
I'm dude. I've had plenty of time to set up news.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so
This is the news. I'm gonna read stuff because Chris can only read in Arabic or Latin. Dead Lake been gone for over 3,000 years.
well, I wouldn't say that Arabic's dead language. That's a language that I think I don't know millions and millions of people use.
Oh, I'm thinking the wrong language. You know what? Let's just cut
Aramaic.
that part off.
You're
Let's
thinking
do it
about
again.
Aramaic.
Aramaic. I'm thinking Aramaic.
Yeah.
I said Arabic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just redo
Okay.
that. Cut that out. Besides this video, nobody will ever see that. This is the movies that don't suck and some of them news. I have to read stuff to Chris because he's blind in both eyes, but still can drive just fine.
What you got for me, pal, this week?
All right.
I've personally stayed away from movie news because I know this is a lot of people's favorite segment of the show. So
yeah, going then. All right, first let's get her done. Actors are still on strike. They try to meet with the people on Monday. If you don't know, the writers are back, and believe that from the news segment that I'm about to give you. A lot of scripts have been given that green light, bro. And some datelines have come down. But the actors are still on strike. They will be going again this Monday to go sit down to try to get down. Now everybody does have the highest hopes. The priority said by Ellis Roma, an attorney representing Image Entertainment and Skydance, saying the priorities seem to be things that were all but greenlit but stopped because of the strike. Need to figure out how they finish what they started. And that is the thing, people don't know how to finish what they started. And people today just need to, you just got to pay the people. You got to take a little less profit. All right. So you don't get the gold toilet you want. What would you do? Go for the bronze. All right.
Yeah.
Like,
you can do silver. I think
just
silver's okay. You can do
silver too, whatever. I think bronze is less though.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But maybe the silver. Talking about unions, Walt Disney Pictures in-house FX teams had vote, and they are unionized.
Okay, good. I thought they were striking like we're never gonna see another movie again.
An IATSE unanimous a vote following the vote to unionize by Marvel Studios in-house special effects team as well. So Disney and Marvel's both special effects teams are both under the union.
Cool.
Too bad not everybody in this dang country can be in a union, because I know they get bad raps because of mobsters and stuff like that, but come on, guys. People are still like, to this day, I've been looking for jobs for like part-time gigs and stuff like that. People are still paying $8 an hour for jobs.
If there was a podcast union, I think we would join it.
Yeah, nobody pays us. So it's happening, everybody. It is happening. With or without the greatest singer of all time. Labyrinth, the sequel,
Mm.
is happening. Director Scott Derrickson does not know when, but it has been confirmed. Scott Derrickson is the new director of VHS 85, which will be coming out
Ooh.
soon.
Ooh.
Will happen due to the current crisis in the film industry that they didn't know it was going to happen, but it is already because it expanded in the comic books and video games, books and theater, making a sequel at this point just seems inevitable.
Yeah, so I wanted to play Jareth. If they didn't have Jareth in this one, you know?
I know. I mean, who can play? Nobody can be David Bowie and his amazing growing package during that movie.
Dude, that movie, like I was like, I feel kind of weird looking at his codpiece, but I was like, that's pretty impressive, real, you know?
Way to go, Bowie.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say his name 3 times, because if you do, he'll return to the theaters for his 35th anniversary. That's right. The great Beetlejuice will be returning to the theater for his 35th anniversary. Beetlejuice served as a launching pad for Hollywood stars like Michael Keaton, Alec Baldwin, Winona Ryder, and Tim Burton, to be very
Yeah, for sure.
obvious.
Dude,
But starting
I would go see that in theaters, honestly. I love
October
Beetlejuice.
18th. October 18th is the date. When
You
the
know
35th.
Beetlejuice, right?
I love Beetlejuice. Yeah. Do I like Tim Burton and Michael Keaton in a movie?
Did you watch the cartoon?
I don't know, Chris. Do I like Tim Burton and Michael Keaton in movies together?
Okay.
Like,
Sorry, she didn't even ask
seriously.
the fucking question. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's a really weird question. Out of all the questions you could ask,
So I
that's
know
like
that
one of the weird.
Beetlejuice 2 has been in development hell forever. But do you think maybe Catherine O'Hara being in Schitt's Creek maybe made it happen but faster?
No, I think it's all Tim Burton.
Okay, all right. All right.
Because Tim Burton doesn't like revisiting stuff ever since Batman Returns.
Okay. Okay.
The Strangers trilogy is going to be coming out. The new trilogy in the Stranger franchise is finally giving fans a first look at the first chapter, which closely resembles the original film setup of a young couple facing a home invasion. Director Rennie Harlin, known for his horror movie credentials, expressed that making 3 movies at once has been incredible demanding, but also very exciting. The cast has nobody I know in it. So hopefully it's really good. Let's go for it.
I remember I saw the trilogy for the first Strangers. Someone in the theater lost their mind. Like, oh no, when there was a jump in the background. But I like the Strangers. It's just not my favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that.
Okay.
So Patrick Swayze in his new memoir has totally apologized for not thinking one of his coworkers had good acting chops.
Is he talking about Whoopi Goldberg Demi Moore?
Patrick Stewart's memoir reveals that he had initially underestimated Tom Hardy's acting abilities and thought he would never be successful. If you don't remember this, Tom Hardy played the twin of Picard in the movie Nemesis, where he was a clone of him. Despite playing a lackluster villain in Star Trek Nemesis, Hardy has since become an A-list talent starring in major films and receiving Academy Award
Just so you
nominations.
know, dude, you said Patrick Swayze, not Patrick Stewart.
Did I say
Yeah,
Patrick
you
Swayze
did.
again? I do that all the time with Stewart, dude. You know, who's sexier, Patrick Stewart or Patrick Swayze?
They're both equally as sexy when they were healthy, right?
100%. Hey, do you like Art the Clown?
Of course, I like those Terrifying movies for sure.
Oh, yeah. Terrifier 2 is set for re-release on November 1st of this year, a week earlier than expected, much to the delight of horror fans craving the macabre. Director Damien Leone expresses his gratitude to the fans and promises an enthralling theatrical release filled with surprises leading up to the release of Terrifier 3, which is coming out next year. It introduces new characters, evaluates the gore fest with an emotional depth, particularly in the escalating tension between Cyan and Art. So there's going to be like more of a Batman Joker duel. There's basically scenes that were
Let
cut
me
out.
ask you a
for that
question. So
Joker.
there are two very big clowns in the horror genre. There's obviously Pennywise the clown who's scary as shit, and then there's what was Devil's Rejects? What was his name of that?
Captain Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding. So those are two, to me, in my heart, two very big cons in the horror genre, and I commend them for the Terrifier for being able to introduce a new con that's just as scary. You know, cons are scary, and there's.
They need a fourth one. They need a fourth one.
What do you think it'll be?
I don't know, but they need a fourth one so we can have a Mount Rushmore of scary fucking clowns.
Okay. That works. Okay.
Because if not, artists are just going to throw like Heath Ledger Joker that wasn't even
Hold
good.
your horses on that. But,
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Somewhere in the world, there is a director's cut of Leprechaun. The horror comedy exists. Leprechaun director Mark Jennifer reveals that there is a director cut of the horror comedy originally intended to be a comedy horror. The film was intentionally planned to kids movie with a comedy twist similar to live action Scooby-Doo, but the studio wanted more violence. So there is a more comedic version of Leprechaun out there, the director's cut.
What do you think?
We just don't know if we'll ever see
Do you want
it.
to see that? Do you want to see it?
Of course I want to see that.
All right, on the Leprechaun, but yeah.
The David Bruckner has been very eager to. He wants to get back to work and do a Hellraiser 2 for the reboot series. Now we were big fans of the new Hellraiser.
Yeah, we thought it was good. Yeah,
of last year. And he expresses admiration for the original and the world that was created, and he hopes to have the opportunity to continue exploring it with audiences positively. I mean, you could literally do like Tales of the Crypt, like that TV show they had on HBO, where each episode is completely different.
I have a puzzle box that resembles the actual Hellraiser box.
I have mine somewhere over there.
1 second.
I think yeah, Roddy Piper.
Let me get mine real quick.
Oh my gosh, why are you gonna go get something? We're like an hour long already. Oh, all right. It's like, dude, come on.
Sorry, I'm just a little drunk right now. So
yeah, I noticed. That is not the Hellraiser box.
Is it though? Is it not?
No.
Right, fine.
That's a cool puzzle box, and I know what that is. My grandmother used to have it.
Okay.
The Hellraiser box. I got to be careful because this one's fragile. It comes with the action figures, but that is the Hellraiser box, the Pandora's box.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Yeah, I see it. All right.
Yeah. See. Now I'm gonna put that right there because it's so pretty, and I'm gonna summon the demons later.
Okay.
Robert Rodriguez is giving a positive, promising update on Adelita Battle Angel 2. Rodriguez expresses his enthusiasm for the sequel alongside writer and producer James Cameron. So James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez are both wanting to make this a big universe. The fan campaign group Adelita Army has made an impact, and the studios have taken notice.
It's just Alita, not Adelita. It's just Alita.
Alita, okay. The Alita Army has made an impact. Studios is knowing, and they are starting to work on it. So, yay!
I guess, man. I'm not like not part of the army. It was okay.
I get it. You don't like good movies. Anyway, C3PO's if you are looking to buy C3PO's head, you're in luck. It's going to auction this week.
Oh, I mean, if I had the money, I might buy it. I'd be into that.
The original C3PO headpiece worn by Anthony Daniels in Star Wars: A New Hope is going on sale. Registration is open for serious bidders, and proxy bidders will open October 10th. Now, this is what they think. It is expected to go live on November 9th and will run till that Sunday, November 12th. They are expecting somewhere. What do you think? How much do you think they're expecting there for C3PO's head? Original Star Wars, dude. We're talking original Star Wars.
This is my guess. Between 900,000 and 3.2 million.
That's good. But no, it was you're too high. But yeah,
Okay.
you're in the ballpark though. They figure it will go for either 575 between 575,000 to 1,000,000.2.
Okay. Well, I mean, some people were some really new fucking nerds and they have this on their coffee table when people come over.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
A new movie on Netflix coming out called Family Switch was which inspired by 13 Going on 30 and 21 Jump Street, featuring Jennifer Garner and Ed Helms. I don't know what more I need to tell you. Jennifer Gardner in another body switch movie.
Yeah.
Me and my wife actually watched 13th Going on 30 like this past week, dude. Like when I was in I couldn't get up from the couch and she had the remote kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, all right, 13 Going on 30. Hey, Mark Ruffalo,
Yeah.
man, awesome. Young Mark Ruffalo, man.
Young and still hot, right? Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
I know. Scott Derrickson would love to do a Black Phone sequel, but he will only do it only one reason, only one particular that he has to do it. Ethan Hawke has to come back. If
Well,
Ethan Hawke does not play the
Ethan Hawke is
character, he's the main character of that movie. He's the thing.
He's the reason the movie exists and why it has the right to exist. Is Ethan Hawke.
Composer Charlie Clouser has just beat composer John Williams.
And what?
Charlie has now done 10 composed the music for 10 of the same film, and John Williams has only done 9.
So what movie is Charlie Clouser? It's Star Wars? No.
Saw.
John Williams can't let that happen. He has to do another.
Charlie is the composer for Saw, and he's been the composer for all 10 of the Saws. And John Williams has only been the composer for 9 Star Wars.
He's been saying he's retiring every movie he does, but he might
Who,
take
John
on
Williams?
retirement. Yeah,
Yeah.
he might take on retirement to do these next movies. Yeah, what are those new Star Wars movies they made?
Paramount celebrates Mean Girls Day by releasing the movie in 23 parts on TikTok.
Yeah, I heard about that. I did hear about that.
So on Mean Girls Day, which was October 3rd, they released the entire movie. It's in 23 parts on TikTok. That is insane.
Are you a TikTok guy? Do you use it?
I watch some stuff on there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I watch people from the interwebs and stuff like that.
I do
Now,
mostly for guitar stuff. So
there's some big rumors in the movie industry right now about a famous singer who's been hanging out with certain people, and they think because of this, she might be involved in something. Now, Taylor Swift, who everybody now knows is dating Travis Kelce.
And the whole fucking Kansas City is acting like they're dating Taylor Swift now. That's
Oh my god!
Do
you realize he went up 300,000 followers in one day? He has over 400% more of his shirts and jersey. His jersey is now in the top 5 top selling jerseys of all time.
He's not. I mean, he's fine. I guess
He's a great dude, man.
Yeah,
no, it's all the Swifties, man. You can't don't piss off the Swifties, dude. We will get canceled tomorrow.
So listen, I like Taylor Swift quite a bit. I respect her as an artist. But I don't know if I can.
Don't piss off the Swifties,
guys. I like Taylor Swift quite a bit. Thank you for being fans listening.
Thank you. But anyway, Taylor Swift, if people didn't notice, was sitting with some certain people in the box this past weekend.
Like his mom, right?
Not his mom, not this weekend.
Oh,
Instead, it was one guy named Ryan and another guy named Hugh.
Really?
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. So everybody is now thinking, and this is the rumor going on, that Taylor Swift might be in Deadpool 3 playing the Dazzler. And I could not agree more. Do you even know the Dazzler?
Tell me who Dazzler is.
Dazzler is like a singer chick that literally I have her first comic. Danny's a fan of hers. but she was famous for her powers. Like her singing creates this like universal light or whatever like that. It's really weird what her power is. I'm not gonna lie, I really haven't looked up on, gosh dang it, this my computer's being weird. But
No worries.
but Dazzler is a pop singer that uses her powers to save people. And give me 2 seconds and I'll give you that reference photo. Right there it is. This is Dazzler.
Okay. Is she like
Can you see? I can see Taylor Swift playing Dazzler.
Is she like Annie and the Boys? The Starlight?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
You watch the Boys, right? Of course you watch the Boys. Why would
Hey, yes, of course I love the Boys. It's kind of like Starlight. Yeah, we'll go with Starlight, but except for she's a popular singer and stuff like that. Hey, Chris, are you looking for a second job?
Not really, but what do you got for me?
All right. Five Nights at Freddy's is now accepting a night guard position for those who dare to call. They run an ad in a local newspaper. A new phone number, which is 833-578-0158, allows you to brave souls to apply for the haunted position as night guard at. Go ahead.
Give me that number one more time.
Oh, it's 833-578-0158. Now, I've already done it. I already went and applied.
Okay.
They gave you send them your information, and they yep. And you gotta hit apply. You do it in a text. You don't call it.
Oh.
You gotta do it in text.
Okay.
You gotta text them apply, and then they'll send you information. Then you go to a website where you fill out your information, and then they send you to the security video to be the security guard. Like it's a whole back and forth. It's hilarious.
Actually the couple days ago I downloaded a Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm gonna try to play it for when it comes out at the end of the month. So
nice. I'm too into Star Wars right now. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'm finally playing that. Netflix has sent out its last DVD ever. Netflix has officially ended DVD rentals after 25 years, marking the end of the era for the iconic red envelopes that were beloved by film and TV lovers. The decision of the DVD rentals would solely focus on streaming operation, reflect the shifts between digital media.
Are they not gonna tell us what the DVD is? Are they not gonna tell us? Let's see.
And the last DVD is.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Jeff Daniels was in it.
Dumb and Dumber?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Not Jeff Daniels. Jeff Bridges. I'm sorry. Jeff Bridges.
Crazy Heart.
You're around. You're getting close to it around that. Yeah.
Legacy?
No.
Hell or High Water?
No. You're closer with that one.
Fuck, tell me.
It's a remake.
Just fucking tell me, dude.
True Grit.
Ooh,
the 2010s
one.
version of True Grit was the last DVD sent out.
Okay. Well.
Here it is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You know what? No, this is gonna be the last story. Let's go to some more stuff.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll lists a variety of horror themed anime for streaming in October. If you don't know what Crunchyroll is, it is a free streaming company that you can go and watch anime and stuff. So they're gonna have horror anime basically for this year, like Blue Exorcist, Corpse Princess, Hellsing Ultimate, Is This a Zombie? The Vampire Dies in No Time, Tokyo Ghoul, and more. The content's for free for users. There'll be ads similar to other free streaming platforms. But if you like anime and haunted anime all through October, go to Crunchyroll. Again, this is not an advertisement. I just thought I'd give information to people that like shit.
I actually immediately been watching Fruits Basket every night till you get into the series, but that's just been
nice.
All right, man.
The Criterion Collection is now releasing everything in October too, as well. Anything that has not been Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, The Mystery of the Wax Museum, stuff like that. Night of the Living Dead, stuff like that. If you want to go see them as well.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all the news you got?
No, I'm not it, dude.
I thought you
got
said
like
that
more.
was it. Okay, all right, go ahead.
No, I did earlier, but I said I was going to save something for the end.
Okay.
Blumhouse not only wants to remake Halloween, not only wants to remake Exorcist, but they want to add another one to their books.
It's not even
What
Friday the
big
13th, is it?
franchise do you think Blumhouse wants to add?
Friday the 13th.
Friday the
Yeah, I got you.
13th is what Blumhouse. Hey, it makes sense. The guy's name is Jason Blumhouse.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Everybody, if you are a writer and you have an idea of how the X-Men should get added to the Marvel Studios, the MCU, they are now taking applications for writers for X-Men movies. So X-Men movies are now being worked on at the MCU. Now that the writers strike is over, the Michael Jackson biopic is now starting in production for Universal Pictures.
Of course it is.
John Waters, the famous director, just wants you all to know that he can never get canceled. And it's because he makes smut. And without smut, the world would not turn.
I mean, you go John Waters, don't you?
I love John Waters.
He's your
Hi,
boo.
Waters. I use my boo. Patrick Stewart is still pushing for a car movie to finish it all off and kill him off. Right out the gate, Rebel Moon,
Yes.
a thing that Zack Snyder has been working on that we can't wait. Supposed to be like the new Star Wars, is already getting sued.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Who by who?
The
And
Rebel
why?
Moon game, the company behind the planned Rebel Moon tabletop game, are suing Netflix for allegedly backing out of a deal and refusing to compensate them for the creative deal. Really? Really, dude? Are you gonna really do this like in the midst
They
of
ruin
all
with that
these?
money.
It's like, oh my god.
They
Our
ruin
aim is to
our
ensure our
Netflix prices even more. You know?
yeah. Our aim is to ensure these are the people at Evil Genius Games. The CEO said our aim is to ensure our team is recognized for their fantastic work and that we can release their game for millions of the TTRPG enthusiasts to enjoy. It is disheartening to see Netflix backpedal on content that was jointly showcased and had to receive their prior consent. We urge our supporters to contact Netflix and Zack Snyder to push for the release of the game.
Well, I want to see the game. I want to play the game, so maybe they should do
All
it.
right. Chris Rock is becoming a director. He's going to direct a biopic called King, A Life. Universally announced it's a Martin Luther King Jr. story.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I know, Chris Rock, too, doing it. So,
That's
way to go him. A live-action Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be coming out. Red has announced today that they're teaming up with Anonymous Content to develop a live-action Cyberpunk 2077 project. Yeah, if they don't get Keanu, huh?
You down
Oh
with
yeah, I
it?
beat that years ago when it came out.
Okay. A couple years ago, yeah.
All right, now here's the last two stories, and I saved this one was originally the last one, but the other one I think takes prior. But
Okay.
recently, one of the biggest horror movie characters of all times was arrested in Mexico for terrorizing people.
Ooh, what is this one?
One of the biggest horror movie franchises of all times, main character was arrested.
Was Jared Freddy Krueger?
No.
Fuck,
I'll give you three guesses. Get 3 guesses. Come on.
Okay, Mike Myers.
One of the biggest major franchises of horror movie times.
Mike Myers.
Nope.
Okay, it wasn't Jason, was it?
Nope. Chucky has been
Oh,
arrested.
great.
Chucky, a doll, got arrested. Mexico police arrested Chucky doll and its owner who are robbing and threatening people all over the town. Chucky, the iconic horror doll from the Child's Play franchise, was used by a man to terrorize and rob people in Mexico, highlighting the culture impact of the character. Chucky series, I don't care about that.
I
It
mean,
was just telling you about Chucky series coming out next.
yeah.
Couldn't wait for Halloween. So, let's see. I want to see what he did. All right, so he's using the doll to terrorize the population in Mexico. According to authorities in Monclova, Mexico, where the incident occurred, the man tied a real knife to the doll's hand to threaten people and rob them. The outlet confirms the man was later released, but the doll has not been returned to him.
Of course not.
And there's pictures of the cops walking with the doll.
That's ridiculous.
Last but not least, Chris, here it is.
Okay, I'm
The
ready for
news
it.
we've been waiting for the last year. Jason Blum of Blumhouse has declared the Spawn reboot will be released in 2025. Blumhouse CEO Jason Blum is confident that the Spawn reboot will hit theaters in early 2025, despite recent Hollywood strike. The original plan to create a low-budget horror movie has changed due to the adaptation of multiple A-list actors, leading to a larger budget. Spawn creator Todd McFarlane is planning to expand the Spawn universe into many cinematic movies.
So maybe they won't have John Leguizamo as the clown anymore, right? Oh, someone else. Maybe it'll look better.
You've heard of the Vibrator. You've heard of the Mutilator. But now it's the Violator. The CGI is so bad in that movie. I love that movie, but every time I watch it, I can't. The CGI, man. It's the CGI. That's the news. Let's get to movies, man. That was the movies that don't suck and some of them do. I told Chris some stuff, so he will be happy and he won't haunt me in my sleep.
All right, so the creator, directed by Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards has directed such movies as Godzilla, Monsters, which I actually really love Monsters, and Rogue One, a Star Wars story. We both love that movie. It's also written and directed by Chris Weitz, who also did Rogue One, who's Gareth Edwards' partner. This stars John David Washington as Joshua.
Why should I know who supplied it? Combination of metals is unique to India.
Also, Madeline Yue Develos as Jalfi, Gemma Chan as Maya.
Oh, how silly of me.
Also, Allison Janney as Colonel Howell.
You think Sonia Henny's mother loved her?
And Ken Watanabe as Haroon.
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control.
Also, this stars the indie singer, country singer, Sturgill Simpson as Drew. It stars Mark Menchaca as McBride, Ralph Anderson of The Witch fame as General Andrews, Michael Esper as Captain Cotton, Veronica Neal as Kami, and Sid Skidmore as Bradbury. Why don't you go read the story for this one, pal?
Long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Oh, sorry.
Different movie, yeah.
Amid a future war between the human race and forces of artificial intelligence, Joshua, a hardened ex-special forces agent grieving the disappearance of his wife, is recruited to hunt down and kill the Creator, the elusive architect of advanced AI who has developed a mysterious weapon with the power to end the war and mankind itself.
So I went to this movie last time. What is your? I'll let you go first on this one.
Oh, so you want me to talk?
Yeah, go ahead and talk.
Okay. Man, I like this movie. This was a great world builder. It built someone. Now, I'm gonna fucking just go with it right out the gate because this is what I've been hearing from other people that reviewed this shit. That it's not an original story, that it copied this, it copied that, it copied that. To be honest, this is actually an original story. This is not from a book. It's not from a comic book. It's not from anybody else's stuff, any other source material. This was actually written by the director himself to try to make this world and to build this world. I think he did a great job in this movie building the world. Like, I was in the world. I understood what this world was. by the end of the movie. I understand where we were. I figured where we were and how the situation worked. Now, I love how America is the bad guys because that makes 100% sense. Because the rest of the world does not think we are good human beings. It's just fact. That's not me saying that. I'm not making that up or saying that because I hate America. I love America. But it makes America the bad guys, Nomad the bad guys. And I really love John David Washington in this. I'm figuring out where I need to go loner fucking role. This was great for him. Allison Cheney was a complete bitch.
Yeah, she was great.
But
She was
but
great.
but she made sense on why, like to her, it wasn't killing robots. She was just turning them off. She's not killing a living being. She's just turning them off.
But that's also the main argument of the movie is that, and this is where I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I don't think it's copying anything, but he did use familiar things like on if AI is at what point is AI a sentient thing? And at what point are these robots using a personhood? You know what I mean? So that, but again, I'm not saying the creator is a bad movie because it's far from a bad movie. But I can't understand people saying he's borrowing from stuff, which is not wrong, but also again, he does
Everything
it.
borrows from everything.
Yeah, I'm not done. What I'm saying is that he does it in a different way than most people do it. This isn't iRobot. This isn't the Terminator. This is something
No.
in there's something in between that, and because of that, I read people saying where this is vacuous. This squeezed tears out of me several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's several times where I'm like, oh my God, don't see
Yeah.
it.
And it's good because of the acting. It's good because of writing, and with the emailing the artists, they did something amazing with the visuals. The visual effects of this, I can't see it not being none of their best visual effects at the end of the year. I just don't see a world where that happens.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, I mean, come on, look at some of this effects. Like, look at this. Like, some of these scenes are just ridiculous. Like, what the heck is even that? Like, we never even got a full explanation of what that is. It's a flying ship with like lights glowing down for people on the podcast listening. And I mean, the robots that are actual police robots. I mean, the visuals in this movie were so awesome. Like, I want to watch this movie another 3 or 4 times just for the visuals alone.
Yeah, it's the details that you may have missed the first
Like, I
time
mean,
around.
there's so much details and stuff, and there's some oops, sorry. But there's so much details in this movie that it's just like there's more I want to know. Like, one of the main plots of this story, and not plots, but one of the main facts of the story, which you can read it anywhere, is that the AI nuked LA.
Mhm.
And I don't think we ever get a definite answer on why they did that.
Yeah.
And I would love to see a movie based on that.
Like a prequel?
Based on somebody in LA like trying to stop it from happening or whatever. But believe me, that's something you get like right within the first 5 minutes of the movie. So I'm
I
not
really feel like
ruining
they
anything.
could do like a comic book series based on that, bringing it up to that.
Dude, I feel like this is a comic book series. Like I said, this movie was so good at building its world. I was just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm here for it. I got it. Let's do it.
And I don't know if you and me are the same. Whenever I see movies based on like people with it, they lose their wives or they try to get back to their wives, I'm super into that.
Mhm.
I think you're the
Yeah,
same
me
way.
too. Because I could not imagine my life if my wife passed away tomorrow. I don't even know I don't even know what my world would be. I
Yeah,
don't know if I would even still be here, if I'd be
yeah,
anywhere, if I would still be alive. Like, I
yeah,
mean, literally, I could not imagine. Um, the better version of me is because my wife exists.
yeah.
Me being
100%, 100
yeah,
fucking percent, dude. And so like
I'd probably be in a nasty I'd probably be in a nasty studio apartment still to this day. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what would happen with me, but
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't have this glorious life that I have now with all these great friends.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm with you, man. That's 100% like where I'm at. So I glommed on to that part really quick. Kid John D. Washington, fantastic job. Thank you.
every time, and let's just belt it out. All right.
Yeah.
Now I didn't give her a speaking part or a clip because she doesn't have one yet. This is her first movie ever. But Madalena Yuna Valos is, I believe, Valas,
Yeah, I think
Vilas,
that's right. Yeah, we're going through it right now.
Voiles. So it'd be Voiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yana Voiles. We'll say Yana Voiles. But Madeline, I know exactly that's how you say that. So Madeline, 100%, this little girl who played Alfie. Oh my gosh. She was so adorable.
And she
There
was
was a
so
line.
good.
There is a line in this movie, and I don't even think I wrote it down. I don't know if I did. I'll have to look for it, but it's like, what do you want? And she's like, oh, for all of robots to be treated equally like humans. And it's like, I don't think we have that in the fridge, but we have ice cream. Like,
Yeah, she was so cute. She was so good at this. Like, just yeah, Madalena Univoyles. Congrats. I
yeah,
can't wait to
yeah,
see more of what she does.
adorable. I
Yeah.
mean, this movie, I
Oh,
swear, man, this was a really good movie. I liked it. And you guys really need to understand this. This didn't come from the MCU. This didn't come from Star Wars. This didn't come from Star Trek. This didn't come from a big franchise. And if people who are out there that complain about movies like that are like, that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting because that's all you guys are going out there and watching.
yep.
If you guys
100%.
don't go out and watch original content like this and support original content like this movie, we're not getting more of them.
Yep.
This movie cost $80 million to fucking
That's
make.
and by the way, that's fucking peanuts for what some movies cost to make. You know.
Yeah, they used some really good. They had a. I'm some a lot of red tape was crossed to get what they brought to this movie because I just feel like this is one of those movies like Blade Runner where it might not get as much love today as it will 10 years from now.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049 definitely got more love now than it has when it came out, which is it's hard to like it pisses you off really, you know? And so I'm glad that this is out. I've been talking to Neil probably about this about how there's not enough original sci-fi out. You know?
Yeah.
You know I've
And
you
this
know I've
is
talked about that.
original sci-fi. This is and it's good. This was a
Yeah.
good story. I like it. It made me want to see more of this.
Oh, 100%. I'm with you on that. So you guys definitely should spend your time to watch this because it's great. And
All right, let's get some quotes and then we will finish this episode out for the day.
all right, sounds good.
Welcome to the future of robotics. We can give them more human features, make them more human than human. I had to write that down because more human than human,
Of
more
course.
human. Okay, of course. Anyway, as long as AI is a threat, they will never stop hunting them. None of this is real. None of this is real. Us, our love, that child is real.
Yeah.
The reason they nope. Oh, the reason they made us was to take your jobs. They took our
Took our
jobs.
jobs. Took our
They
jobs.
took our jobs. They took our anyway, problem there was a species worse. The problem was there's a species worse than us. Oh, a problem there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Problem there was a species worse than them, and it was us. Ooh, please make
Ooh.
love to yourself and also make love to your mother.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah.
Don't worry, I will kill the Americans. What's your name? None of your damn business. See you in Valhalla. Want to play a game called... Oh, yeah. Want to play a game? Don't get Joshua killed by the police? If you're not a robot, then who made you? Well, we're the same here. Both can't go to heaven because you're not good and I'm not a person. That was
Oh,
yeah. They
yeah.
took care of me, loved me. They took care of me better than any humans would have. They have come for me. I have to help them. She made a new car. Oh, she made a new kind of a life form from a human embryo. Underneath it all, we are the same. Nomad has found us. It's not real. It's just programming. I just want you to know I'm going to heaven because of you. That's it.
Okay. What's your score in this, pal?
4.4. I love this
Oh
movie.
wow.
I
I'm,
really like this movie. It's probably going to be my top 10 at the end of the year, I think. I don't know. There's so many good movies we saw this year. Hell if I know if I'm even going to have the spot for this movie. But I like this movie. I like that it gave me an environment that it made me feel good, but at the same time, I'm sitting here, I got what the environment was. And I want to play this video game. I want to read this comic book. I want to see these sequels. But it all matters if it makes its money back in the damn theater.
yeah.
You know?
So my score in this is a 4. I'm a little bit lower than you, but hearing your enthusiasm, I want to get higher a little bit. But 4 is where it's taken. But I do like the world in this. I do like original sci-fi because we like that enough. Most sci-fi we get is from existing IP, and this is new. This is different, and I'm glad it exists. All right, Neil. I'm on Tomatoes.com. What is the audience score for the creator?
Hopefully it's 84%.
It's 77%, but there's a creator audience.
79?
77.
All
Here's what they
right.
say. Excellent performances and fantastic visual effects make the creator an entertaining watch, and the questions raised by its thought-provoking story will stay with you after the closing credits roll. Now, what is the critic score for the creator?
Oh, I hate this part. I know this. You're gonna have to edit that big long gasp out. Uh, God, I hate critics because I can never read them. 82%.
It's 68%.
Oh my God! What are their bastard names saying?
Critic consensus is visually stunning and packed with spectacular set pieces. The creator serves a timely, well-acted sci-fi that satisfies in the moment, even if it lacks substance. You and I think it doesn't lack substance. I thought it was pretty good. You liked it more than I did though. But I'm gonna read a bad review and a good review. Here is Stephen Romay of the Australian. He says, "Now, on top level of schmaltz, if you watch the creator and are wondering what the earth is about, you will not be alone." And here is Leela Lati for the Little White Lies. She says, "Not only does the creator work as a good time at the movies, it's also a reminder that mid-budget, somewhat original, crowd-pleasing stories can be told with aplomb." Which I agree with her. To me, this is a movie that reserves more love, and we hope we get more love as the weeks roll on. So that's the creator. Um, yeah, man. I next week we're seeing Saw X, right? Yeah, she
What are we
said
seeing
yes.
next year?
Next week we're seeing Saw X and something streaming probably on Shutter because it's.
Dude, I know VHS 85's coming out soon. I know,
Oh
I
shit!
don't know. I can't remember everything that's coming out. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to need a minute to take a look and see when. VHS 85 is already out. It says it was released on September 22nd.
Oh fuck, we'll watch that then. We'll do Saw X and
Yeah, let me see if to make sure that's a thing.
okay.
But I will. Yeah, I'll look it up after we get
Okay,
off
cool.
of this. Let's finish this up, and I'll go find that because I mean
All right.
VHS 85 VHS is one of our favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can find us on movies on Sudden. They were w2mnet.com. That's W number 2. M is movies.net.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of other stuff. We're also on patreon.com. So movies, Patreon.com. Movies suck. Watch us on YouTube. Go and subscribe. Watch us on Facebook. Like that page. If you guys want to buy shirts like the one Neil's wearing, go to bonfire.com. Search movies don't suck and something to do. You'll find that along with a bunch of other cool stuff Neil's made. You guys want to see an email? It's movies that don't suck at gmail.com or if movies don't suck.net. We're also every find podcasts. Every find podcasts by movies that suck and some that do. You know, what do you do for small business?
If you got a small business, just let us know. So we will be more than happy to guess what? Advertise you for free. Yeah, that's right. We will advertise you for free. Just let us know. Give us your information, and we will put it out there to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers, and all our social media platforms just for you, because we love you.
Are you good, man? You get here?
I don't know if I'm good ever again.
I got a
I'm
piece
just
so
gonna
bad.
make
So
it very.
it's,
I mean,
good.
do you not like me anymore?
Let's get this going, dude.
A lot of. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter how hard you try, you can get by in life. You can get through it. You can make it to the next level of any reptile house that you're in. But remember, if you get in the com for the King Cobra, remember, he's the creator and you are just as good. Have a good day. It is not on Shudder.
Where's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it right now. Give me 2 seconds and I'll find it, you bastard.
I got a piece so bad, dude.
How bad do you gotta pee? Tell me how you gotta pee.
myself.
Okay, go pee real quick and I'll find it.
Just text me afterwards. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you, everybody that's watching. Thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. We love you very much. Chris is going to go pee because if not, he'll die. All right.